Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer from English with Jennifer. I'm quite certain that many of you love movies as much as I do. The question is, which ones? I like watching different genres, and I've named some of my favorite movies in other grammar lessons. You can find out my top 5 family movies and learn about prescriptive and descriptive grammar. You can learn my top 5 disaster movies and study prepositions. You can also discover my top 10 romantic comedies while reviewing the modal verb would. I'll put all links in the video description. In this lesson, let's review gerunds and infinitives. I've covered this topic a few times in my grammar playlist, but I know that students of all levels can make mistakes when choosing between a gerund, like doing, and an infinitive, like to do. So additional practice has value. Let's keep the lesson interesting and meaningful. We'll practice the target grammar while I share another set of 10 favorite movies. There will be a total of 40 questions, okay? These movies are all from the 1990s. I'm not calling them the best movies of the 1990s, but I've enjoyed watching all of them more than once. We'll see if you're familiar with any of them. Number 10, Contact. Contact stars Jodie Foster, and the movie could be categorized as sci-fi, but you don't see any aliens. Not really. This is more of a drama that makes us examine ourselves as a species and our desire to explore, discover, and connect. Help me finish these sentences. Choose the correct verb forms. One. Dr. Ellie Arroway has always wished to make contact with others from distant places. 2. She hopes to make contact with aliens by using massive radio telescopes. 3. She imagines receiving a signal sent from a distant star system. 4. In the movie, such a signal is received, but then we watch how scientists, the government, and ordinary people choose to respond. Number 9, Ghost. I can't really say this is a favorite movie of mine, but I really love Whoopi Goldberg in this film. Without her, there simply wouldn't be any big laughs. I skip over some scenes just to watch her parts. As the psychic Oda Mae Brown, Whoopi Goldberg gives a very memorable performance. The movie also stars Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. Help me finish these sentences. Choose the correct verb forms. Five. Sam Wheat, a young banker, is not prepared to leave this world when he's shot and killed in a robbery. 6. When he discovers that his own friend and colleague planned to have him robbed, he feels he must warn his girlfriend Molly of the danger. Only he needs help since he's a ghost. 7 and 8. Oda Mae Brown, a psychic who has the talent to communicate with ghosts, certainly doesn't feel like putting herself in danger, but Sam convinces her to help him. Number 8, the American President. Some Hollywood actors do a really great job in the role of the American President. Michael Douglas is very likable and convincing in this movie. Imagine being the head of state as a widower and then falling in love while constantly being in the public eye. This film has an amazing cast, including Annette Bening, Martin Sheen, and Michael J. Fox. Help me finish these sentences. Choose the correct verb forms.
(9) Is there any law that forbids dating if you're the President of the United States and single? 10. What if the President happens to fall in love with a lobbyist, that is, someone he works with, or even against? 11. When President Shepard invites Sidney Ellen Wade to dinner, it's actually a state dinner at the White House. She agrees to go, and the world takes interest in their first date. 12. The president faces great difficulty as he attempts to keep his political and personal lives separate.
Number 7, Dave. This is another movie about the American president, but this time an unusual chain of events puts an ordinary citizen in the White House. What would you do if you could take over the U.S. government? What changes would you make? Kevin Kline brings great energy and humor to this film, and he's joined by big-name actors like Sigourney Weaver and Ben Kingsley. I really enjoy this political comedy. Help me finish these sentences. Choose the correct verb forms.
(13) Would you dare to step in for the president if government officials asked you to? 14. The White House Chief of Staff hires Dave Kovic, a small business owner, to double for the president at an event so that the real president can go off and meet a woman on the side. 15. The truth is that Dave appears to be a much better person and leader. 16. Dave intends to use this unexpected opportunity to make positive changes.
Number 6, The Thing Called Love. River Phoenix had a short but amazing acting career. He was incredibly talented, both as an actor and as a musician. We're lucky to have this romance drama with his contributions. River didn't play the main character, but his musical talent is full on display. The movie is about a group of young people struggling in the country music industry. It stars Samantha Mathis, Sandra Bullock, before she became really famous, and Dermot Mulroney. Help me finish these sentences. Choose the correct verb forms.
17. Miranda Presley has moved from New York to Nashville, Tennessee, and she would like more than anything to make it big as a country music songwriter. 18. She meets James Wright, a talented musician, and she can't easily deny feeling attracted to him. 19. James seems to be a step ahead in gaining success, and this is hard for Samantha to acknowledge. 20. The one thing all the young musicians have in common is that they don't mind taking risks in their careers or in love.
Number 5, The Truman Show. This movie stars Jim Carrey, so we know there's humor, but it's much more than a comedy. The drama in this film can nearly make you cry. It's about a man who's grown up while not knowing he's the star of a TV show that films every second of his life. Is this entertainment? Is this morally wrong? The concept provokes serious thought. Help me finish these sentences. Choose the correct verb forms.
(21 and 22). No one would appreciate having every moment of their life on camera, so why would a TV show encourage viewers to invade someone's privacy as a form of entertainment? 23. Ed Harris plays the executive producer of The Truman Show, and he refuses to see his work as anything other than beautiful and genuine. 24. The show has given Truman security, a job, and a wife, but it has failed to give him what all humans need: the freedom to choose one's own destiny.
Number 4, Pleasantville. This is quite an original concept that goes beyond a mere comedy. When two modern teenagers find themselves in a 1950s TV show, they have the choice to either live a simple, predictable existence in black and white, or to add complexity and move into a more colorful world. This fantasy film stars Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon as brother and sister, David and Jennifer. Help me finish these sentences. Choose the correct verb forms.
(25) The creators of this film proceeded to use color with great care. 26. To see color and appear in color, the characters are required to undergo a personal transformation and lose their innocence. 27. The characters in the TV world can't resist learning about the real world from David and Jennifer. The power of knowledge, however, can come with a burden. 28. The residents of Pleasantville are forced to admit that being more vulnerable actually makes their relationships more special.
Number 3, My Girl. This is what we call a coming-of-age story because the main character, an 11-year-old girl, faces some difficult challenges that force her to mature and take a step closer to adulthood. Dan Aykroyd and Jamie Lee Curtis play the adults in this film, but the kids are the true stars. Anna Chlumsky plays Veda, and Macaulay Culkin plays her best friend. Help me finish these sentences. Choose the correct verb forms.
"29. Veda has grown up in a funeral home with her widowed father, and she struggles to understand death. 30. To complicate matters, the father and daughter do not often discuss losing Veda's mother and childbirth. 31. Thankfully, Veda has Thomas J., her only friend, who deserves to be called a hero because he offers constant kindness and understanding, though he doesn't always receive the same in return. 32. Veda also begins to learn about love as she sees her father open his heart to his new makeup artist. Note we can use the gerund as well. Veda also begins learning about love.
Number 2, Meet Joe Black. I admit having a celebrity crush on Brad Pitt. In this movie, he's breathtakingly beautiful. In this fantasy drama, Brad Pitt plays Death, and Anthony Hopkins is the man Death is currently visiting. Some dislike the movie, but I think the acting by the entire cast is phenomenal. The film has depth. Some scenes can bring you to tears as Death discovers firsthand, for the first time, what being human is really like. Help me finish these sentences. Choose the correct verb forms.
"33. Nearly everyone would avoid meeting death, but what if death took human form and literally walked into your life? 34. Death offers to give Bill Parrish, a successful businessman, a few more days of life in exchange for learning what it means to be human. 35 and 36. Death soon learns that the most precious part of being human is to love and be loved in return. But because he must finish doing his job, he also discovers that love involves making sacrifices.
Number 1, Heart and Souls. This is another film that falls into more than one category: fantasy, comedy, and drama. There are plenty of laughs with Robert Downey Jr.'s performance as a man who happens to have 4 ghosts following him around all his life. The 4 died in a bus crash and became his guardians on the night of his birth. Help me finish these sentences. Choose the correct verb forms.
37. Thomas Riley is all grown up, but he can recall having imaginary playmates as a child. 38. He's shocked to discover they weren't part of his imagination at all. Now the ghosts have reappeared and expect him to help them resolve unfinished business in their past lives. 39. Thomas would gladly continue living his busy, unfulfilling life. Thomas would gladly continue to live his busy, unfulfilling life. 40. In truth, Thomas has neglected to make room in his life for friendship and love, so before leaving this world, his guardians teach him this important lesson.
That's all for now. Please remember to like and share the video if you found the lesson useful. I invite everyone to visit my online store and view my digital downloads that build fluency. As always, thanks for watching and happy studies.
Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon. And don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube. Turn on those notifications.